He just continues to always put the team first no matter what. And so we've seen that week in and week out. And so for him to have a day like this, we're very happy for him.
Thanks, Tony. Next up is Tom Withers.
Thanks, Rob. Hey, Baker, given all the obstacles this week, is that about what you expected today, a white knuckler like that?
No, I mean, I really feel like we left a lot of points on the board, like truly do. I mean, there was a ton of missed opportunities from just my perspective, a lot of missed throws. There's only two things I hate more than missing throws, and that's lying and skim milk. And skim milk's just water lying about being milk. So got to make those throws.
Thanks, Tom. Next question goes to Mary Kay Cabot.
Yeah, can you elaborate on that a little bit? I mean, you made some really, really nice throws. You threw some touchdown passes, but you had to be mad at yourself for the couple that you missed in the end zone. So can you just take us through, maybe a little bit about what happened with the Richard and the Jarvis throws?
Yeah, no, I think I went on the Higgy one from high to low instead of low to high. So should be putting that ball on Higgins early instead of going from Harrison to him. So just late in the progression, just got to put it on him earlier. And then the one to the left, the rollout throw to Jarvis, just get it down. I mean, plain and simple, I've made that throw 1,000 times. And there was a lot of throws today that, I make consistently. So it's just about making them. But we found a way to win, and that's the most important thing. But I'm always going to be critical of myself.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Kay. To Doug Lesmerises.
Baker, the TV sound caught you saying as the Jags shifted pre-snap on one play, that was effing cute, guys. What's going on in the moment like that for you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't say that? It was just like you were doing the snap count and the Jags shifted. We could hear the sound at the line of scrimmage. We could hear you say that.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Thank you, Doug. Next, we'll go to Nate Ulrich.
Hey, Baker, we ask you all the time about Nick Chubb, but what did you think about him again today? And then specifically then when you guys needed to get that first down on the 3rd and 12 screen?
I mean, the guy consistently makes plays when we need him to. He runs extremely hard, and we lean on him, especially late in these games where we need these critical yards, these tough yards to earn them. And we got two great backs, but having those guys in our backfield is a blessing for us.
Thank you, Nate. Scott Pedrick, we'll go to you.
Hey, Baker, kind of following up on what Tom asked you. We talked to you early in this difficult week. So just how tough was the week with all the, start and stop practices? And then do you think that had any impact on how you played today and the fact it was a close game?
No, I mean, we still got in as an offense and got our work in. So there's no excuse for me on that one. Yeah, it's a different week, but we've said that we adjust and adapt, and the best teams this season will have to. So I just have to be better, and I feel like I left a lot of points on the board.
Thanks.
Thanks, Scott. We'll go to Jay Trotter.
Yeah, Baker, how you touched on Jarvis earlier. How important is it to get him going like you had him today, going into the backstretch of the season, as you guys try to get into the playoffs here?
Getting him the ball early just gets him in a different frame of mind. He just once that ball's in the air, it's his and his only, and so he's about to turn it on, and we know he can do that. He's done it consistently always, so we're going to lean on him. But we got a lot of great weapons. He's just the cherry on top.
You guys have had some great moments, obviously offensively. Probably still trying to put together the complete game. Going into these final few games, we're going to be playing some better teams, some better defenses. How do you feel about the offense going into this stretch?
We're continuing to do whatever it takes to win. I know I overheard somebody ask Joel about it. We still haven't played our best ball yet, and I truly believe that, but I feel like we're improving at the right time. And so for us to continue to improve and find ways to win at this point in the year, I think is the most important thing from a big picture mindset. But we just have to be better next week.
Thanks, Jake. We'll go to Steve Dorshik.
Baker, to what extent was it in your mind that with the defense having assorted issues this week, it was going to be on the offense to take pressure off the defense with all of the issues they had to overcome?
I mean, we knew with everything going on, we're the only half of the team going into practice, it was going to be a little bit different. So I wouldn't say it's any added pressure, by any means, but we knew that this is a game that we were expecting to have a lot of success. And so that's why I'm being very critical on the fact that we left points on the board. So no added pressure. We just expected to be a lot better today.
Thank you, Steve. To Jeff Shadell. Jeff, your line's open.
Hey, I want to ask you, when you talk about you finding ways to win, how have you seen this team grow in the 3 years you've been here? Because there were times when you guys would not overcome those situations.
I mean, I'd start by saying it's just a completely different team. Personnel-wise, obviously staff-wise, it's just we talked about building a culture and a foundation of winning early on in the spring and having to do that over Zoom meetings. And I think that foundation is coming in clutch when these close games happen. And the things we talk about, the important situational football moments, we're able to capitalize on those. And so I would count that to those moments.
Thanks, Jeff. We have time for 3 more. Nate Ulrich, Scott Petrick, and Mary Kay Cabot. Nate, go ahead.
Hey, Baker, obviously, you had the sequence where you miss Kareem out there in the flat, and then he runs for it on 4th and inches. They measure, you don't get it. What did you think of that sequence? And then what does it say about you guys after, the Jags capitalize on it to be able to finish the game? What were you telling guys after that sequence, and what did you think of it?
I mean, we just have to convert on those critical downs. I got to make that throw. We've got to keep the chains moving and put the game away. And then the defense, getting back out there and having a penalty called a little iffy, but they did everything they could and stopped the 2-point conversion. So we were able to get back out there. It's just always the most important play is the next one. And that continues to be true as the season goes on.
Thanks, Nate. Next up, Scott Petrick.
Hey, Becky, you've mentioned your missed throws, but you also made a bunch of tough ones, the tight window throws. So kind of how do you process that while the game's going on, and the fact that you're making pinpoint throws on one play and then maybe missing one on the next?
I'd say if you asked any quarterback, the hardest throws are when guys are just standing there by themselves. And sometimes you overthink it in split seconds, but those are just routine throws when you throw on air that you always make. So there's no reason to overthink it. Just got to make it the next time.
Thanks.
Thanks, Scott. Final one to Mary Kay.
Yeah, Baker, I don't know if you had a whole lot of a chance to look up and see what was kind of going on with the defense, but Andrew Zendejo is a guy who's taken so much heat this whole entire season. He came up big a couple of times today, and I'm just wondering, did you have a chance to notice that? And if so, kind of what does that say about